Hi, hope everybody's all right. It is obviously Monday. You've all just gone ahead a day for some reason. So welcome to Monday. Hope everybody's doing all right. And yes, I hope everything's groovy. Let's have a look. See who we've got in the chat. Before I tell you my story, my tale of woe for tonight. Let's have a look. So in the chat we have the rather uneventful adventures of Stickman, whose username is now blatantly becoming a lie because he has many adventures. So you need to change that, Matt, back to something else. Like, I don't know. We've got Udjudge, who's put a picture of is that an ant? Was it a mouse? I don't know. Somewhere. Adam's here and he's put a picture of some sort of space marine, but it looks like Jesus the space marine. I'm here. Yeah. Barry's here. He says, "Hey up, me old China." Hey up, Barry. Hope you're right. Rob from Beards and Bangers is here. Well, hello. And he says, "Oh, good day, a Splashing Pistons live." Yes, exactly. And then we've got Matt talking to Adam, Adam talking to Matt, and then Rob talking to Adam, and then Matt talking to Rob, and then there's all sorts of Adam and Matt and Rob conversation going on there. Oh, excuse me. And then because you don't see anymore, he's here, and he says, "Nah, then, peace out, man." Oh, Barry says, "Love the RoboCop there." This little chap, little RoboCop man, he's there, isn't he? He's on the top of a very wobbly stand at the moment, so he might die later. Adam says it's Monday. I'm just slightly late. It's a squirrel. That's a squirrel. Looks like a mouse with a backpack on to me. Looks like a mouse with a backpack on, I say. Where are we? Let's have a look. Matt says, "Don't be tardy, watch Simon and Accardi." Yeah. Everybody says it's a squirrel. Adam says, "It's a radioactive symbol. Can't be getting that wrong when digging through junkyards." This is very true. You can't be getting that wrong. And Pingu Concord is here, and he says, "Yo, yo, yo, no, ho, 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 peace." Exactly, Pingu. Your move, creep. Yeah, exactly. Rise of the Streetwise, says Pingu, which is a good a good segue into. We said goodbye to the year of the Torah, and we're now welcoming in the year of the Streetwise, which is Yachts 24. So, welcome everybody into what is rapidly becoming the coolest club to be in at the moment, except I'm not in it yet. Yes, year of the Streetwise. So this year there's going to be many various happenings and gatherings and promotions trying to promote. Oh God, I've got right itchy eyes. Trying to promote the humble vehicle that is the Streetwise. Now, I'd say humble. It's not. They're not all that humble, are they, Rob? No, Matt's was quite humble until it got beautificationed into some sort of butterfly, from a moth to a butterfly. So it's been adorned with a beautiful spoiler and some gorgeous wheels, and soon to have even more additions if we're to believe what the young Matt keeps telling us on there. So keep your eyes peeled. Yes, there may be more to come on Hope than you might expect. And Penny obviously is not modest anymore. She's quite the harlot, isn't she? With a worked over engine and there's bound to be more stuff coming out from Penny as well on there. Pingu has a Streetwise also. In fact, I think Pingu's got 2 Streetwise A's. Streetwisers. Streetways. Streeties. Was call them Streeties? What would you call a pack of Streetwise? We had this the other day, didn't we? Was that a Streety? A Streety of Streetwisers or something? I can't remember. My eyes are still itchy. So there we go. More Streetwise than you can shake a stick out like this. Whoa! Well, I can use this to point to things like there's the camera. Over here is a computer monitor. Over here is a little model of the spaceship from Futurama. There's Norman's hat and his coat there. There's a spaceship, Star Wars helmet thing. There's some other stuff around here that you can't see. I don't know what I'm doing. Where did we get to? Streetwise assemble, says Matt, and this is very true. This is very true. Stephen S. Paul is here. Greetings. And Bad Bucks is here as well. Hi, Mark. Hope you're doing well. That guy Barry says can't get Streetwise in America or America. I can get a Dodge Omni Shelby Turbo though. Well, that more than makes up for it. And Rob says he took Penny for a rumble today. A rumble? That's a new catchphrase we should get on. If it's a tuned diesel, we should start saying, rather than a drive, we took it for a rumble. I like that one, Rob. I approve of that one. Pingu says, I have scrapped my Tourer. Has Henny been put out of her misery? Yes. You've scrapped your Tourer. What happened to it? Was that the 400? Oh, you mean because it's not year of the tour? I see what you mean. I was getting worried then, Pingu. Henny's fine. I did confide to Rob before New Year's Day or New Year's Eve that I was worried that at 12 o'clock midnight New Year's Eve, that she'd just evaporate and disappear. But I went to check on her today and she's fine. Ujudge says, I told 2 colleagues it's the year of the Streetwise, and one of them said they're the worst Rover or something. Well, those people obviously have never driven a Streetwise, or they have far greater aspirations than what we have. And Simone is here all the way from Facebook land. So hello, Simone. Hope you're doing well. Hope's had Botox, says Matt. And Ujudge says, I think Streetwise are cute. That's what they want you to think, and then you turned up with like a massively overtuned engine and no suspension. Stephen S. Plus says I like Moth personally. Yeah, I've never known what the problem with moths is. I mean, they're made from dust, aren't they, sir? A Maggie of Streetwisers, perhaps. A seasonal and seasonal too. Skick is here. Greetings, Skick. When we having a video with Norman, probably not on my channel, but you have to keep heading over to Crankcases for that extraordinary slice of conceptual art. Which reminds me, Matt, I forgot. I don't think I've edited the interview. I think I did the Christmas things, and then I think I was just so blinded by crankcase editing that I've not done the interview yet. So yeah, I'll have to remember to do that this week in between, flitting between our house and my dad's to work on Jenny. So there you go. But yes, Skip, I've not got any plans to have Norman on any of my videos soon. Maybe he'll appear. Maybe he'll. I've got an idea for car reviews, so maybe. Simone says, how do? Greetings. And then Barry and Stephen S. Paul, they both say hi to Simone. Oh, Simone's on YouTube as well now. My God, she's everywhere. She's omnipresent. Matt says, if Anna was here, she could take her Humble Bumble for a rumble. That is quite a good name for Hannah's Streetwise, actually. if it's still around. And because you don't see him, says, I'm pretty sure the shitty Rover is the worst Rover. That's true. That is true. And Simone says, no, it's usually the shitty Rover is the worst. Everybody seems to be quite of the opinion that the City Rover is the worst Rover, if you can count it as a Rover. This picture looks terrible on my computer. I don't know what it's like anywhere else. I think StreamYard, because I've had it for so long now. No, it's not StreamYard. It's the IV Cam. Because I've not purchased it, I think it's sort of throttling back the cool pixels. Rob says to Judge, please send their names to the Dark Monks. I know who one of them is, Rob. I don't know who the other one is. Dave Smith is here and he says, smashing greetings. Hope you're all right. Matt says the worst Rover is still above average when compared to modern cars. Possibly. Well, what annoys me about the name Rover is any time now you want to search for anything on eBay or even any search engine, it automatically pings up Range Rover stuff as the first hit. That's so annoying. Oh dear. A mob, the Streetwise guys, a mob of Streetwise, maybe. I'm not sure about that one. You were blown away by the quality of my improv and acting skills, you mean? Maybe that was it, Matt. Maybe that was it. Pingu says, have you been playing with your Robocop and some WD-40 again? That is a very weird meme that was doing the rounds. I saw it on like 3 or 4 different groups, that one. But Mark says, I watched YouTube vid when Rover met BMW for the first time over Christmas. Okay. I hadn't seen the original. Norman Butler, though, very interesting content. There's at least 7 pixels, says Adam. Well, that's good. If it gets any more than 9, I think we'll have problems. 2 Wheels, 4 Wheels says, the Streetwise looks like a Halfords van full of accessories has crashed into a 25. If only it was that cool. That's the thing with the Streetwise. It's so, my opinion of it is that it's so uncool. It's cool. That's how I like them. Pingu says, don't worry, you're gorgeous. Thank you, Pingu. Even in mosaic. Barry says, the Maestro Hannell got the original Maestro press car running over the weekend. Ooh. I assume that's Channel. That's interesting. Maestros. I'm sure on one of Paul's videos he mentioned that the back end of the R3 is the same as the Maestro. It can't be exactly the same. It must have changed part of it. And Matt's watching on a Pixel, so there you go. A group of Streetwise would be a throuple, as you've never seen more than 3. Because you don't see them, I says that Chainsmokers song where they reference the backseat of your Rover always makes me giggle because I picture an R800 whenever I hear it. And Pingu says, where's Tommy Dapper today? Who knows? Well, we do know where he is. He'll be in toilets, but I don't know what he'll be up to. Well, we do know what he'll be up to. He'll be writing another hit classic rap song about, I don't know, pot and meat sandwiches. Yeah, you should grow a moustache again then, Matt. If it was so uncool, it's cool. Bring back Matt. Bring Matt back. Highly likely he's still locked away in a lavatory somewhere, Pingu. I've heard he struggles with locks. This is very true, he does. Let's put that up there. So I've got oh, crikey. I've got a couple of quizzes. We'll see how we get with them, because I need to be gone in with I need probably about an hour, so like 9:30, if maybe. Oh, excuse me. So the three quizzes that we've got to choose from are a quiz on cheese, a quiz on classic rock album covers, and a quiz called Who Said That? And it seems to be sort of lines from films, but I think they might all be, excuse me, from the Disney franchise. So I'll let you guys decide which one of those you want to go for first, and then if I like your decision, I'll go with it. And if I don't, I'll just pick one. Skit says, cars are hitting rock bottom at the auction. We'll be going over to Ellesmere Port Auctions on Friday. Oh, that's cool, Skit. I've always wanted to do an auction thing. Maybe I'll do that this year. How do you go about getting them back from the auction, though? That's the thing. I assume you could pay the auction place to deliver them, maybe, or do you have to arrange your own stuff, or are any of them drivable? Or... It's all questions. You got a cranky in your cupboard. Who's got a cranky in the cupboard? Halfway through the day's work, on the back of the truck, I have an 83 Thunderbird and a blue 74 Capri, both sold to me by a nice family who had them sitting in their ranch. $300 each. This is crazy money. If only there was a cheap way of importing stuff, or easy way of importing stuff, because if it were cheap, everybody would do it. Good evening, Dick Dastardly. I hope you are doing well, and thank you for joining us on this Monday. Because you don't see anymore, so bloody hell, they're all round hard. I'm going to go for album covers, okay? Album covers. We've got one for album covers, one I'm not bothered, one lines from films. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That like I assume it's like Mathewson's or whatever they call it. I bet they'll deliver it, but they'll charge you an arm and a leg. It's Tuesday. It's not Tuesday. It's Monday. Well, because somebody said lines from films and someone said classic rock covers, we'll go for cheese first. Because that's just what kind of mood I'm in. Right then, let's get this lined up. In fact, let's do it in team mode, because then at least people then have a chance. I know sound. Bear with me. Let's yes, so Judge, I've got a drink. Has everyone seen Mikey's Stripped Threads and Forgotten Dailies? They do good work. Check them out. I'll have to check them out then. Okay, why have they been non-person auctions? I assume we can get more. I assume you could still auction online even if you were there in person, I suppose. Dave Smith says as long as it's Aldi cheese. Matt says I had a mobility car, cost me an arm and a leg. Pingu says tea support needed for our YouTube star. Chop chop. Dick says there is a BCA just a few miles from me. I used to attend now and again. I think I might have been to an auction once, but I've never actually participated. And I really shouldn't. once Jenny's done, I need to thin the fleet out before. I keep saying this. I've still not done Margaret's advert, although I did find the receipt for the head gasket work the other day, so I can actually have proof that the head gasket has been done. We did the water pump, tensioner, the bell. We put new head bolts in. There was something else on there. I can't remember what it was. Yes, probably, Matt. Probably you're going to Hull, if that's what you said. And because you don't see anymore, says he got his 45 from an auction. That's actually because that 45 is something I need to have at some point. Adam says you can sell cars. Yeah, apparently you can. Dick says I bought many a car at an auction over the years, only being caught out on the once. Mark says, great, you can do a leather folder to sell Margaret. This is true. Oh dear. Because you don't see them, I said you can have them if you're rebuilding the engine. I would quite like a saloon, an MG ZS saloon. Preferably a diesel one, and then tune it up and have it as being a bit of a lunatic thing. So we've got 3 teams, 9 people. I assume we're all ready to go. We'll give it until this clock counter up here says 23. So you've got a minute to either log in or change your names or whatever. Street wigging. Huge ass. Professor Sputnik's playing. Blooming heck. I bet he's going to do really well being a big cheese eater. And today I am drinking cherry flavoured Dead Man's Finger rum and lemonade. From this glass, it's a Scullington. It's very awkward to clean. Right, let's do this. Cheese. Question 1. This kind of cheese is made from skim or whole milk. Okay. I have no idea. I don't know enough about cheeses for this. I mean, that looks like soft cheese to me. If it's coming out on a spoon, it's not very hard. Soft cheese it is. Oh, so Team Fawn, they're winning. Team Woodchuck a second. And Team Dog a third. Professor Sputnik, I assume, is a judge. She'll be in this team. Question 2. This kind of cheese is made from partially skimmed cow's milk. Well, this is very confusing. Hard cheese. I'm sure the question before was like same. Hard cheese. Oh, there we go. I knew it. I knew whichever team or judge were in would start winning. The liquid remaining after milk has formed curds. What's it called? I assume what they're asking. I mean, they've included the picture there, which is quite useful. It was indeed whey. Oh, Team Woodchuck, honestly. Moving on to question number 4. This is where cheese comes from. The refrigerator, obviously. They're very easy, these. I'm glad to see everybody got that one right. If they hadn't, they would have been in trouble for the rest of questions, wouldn't we? Moving on to question 5, halfway through. This kind of cheese is a blend of cheeses. I'd have said processed cheese then. That makes sense, doesn't it? If it's processed, it's going to be blended. Indeed, processed cheese. Who were I talking to the other day? I think it was my brother. I was talking to the other day. Yeah, it was when I picked him up. And we were talking about when you order a takeaway, or if you order a takeaway, if anybody's ever done this, and you order chips and cheese, I always hope that it's the gloopy cheese sauce stuff that you get on it, like nacho cheese. But I'm always disappointed when it's like just grated cheese, because to me it's like it's not going to melt enough just on some chips, and you can't. The cheese that's not melted is in cheese that you have, or something like that. So cheese sauce is the best one. There used to be a place near where I used to work in town, called Murdoch's Burger Bar, and we've got a beer there. And if we were working on late, somebody used to go around and get burgers, and their cheeseburgers never had proper cheese on. They always had like cheese sauce with like cottage cheese in them. It was so nice. It was so nice. That was like 29 years ago, though. So it's probably not there anymore. Question 6. The unit used to measure the energy value of foods is... what is it? It is indeed kilocalories, which is always weird because people always talk about how many calories are in food, and it's actually kilocalories, isn't it? I'm sure I'm getting that right. Any of these teams could win. It's so close. Moving on to question 7. This is the chief protein of cheese. What is it? Curd, kilocalorie, casein, or whey. And then the picture there is again what is casein. I mean, these pictures. I don't know who's done this quiz, but they might as well have just put the answer is yellow or whatever thing it is. Moving on to question 8. Still anybody's game. The protein-rich solid part of coagulated milk. Everybody knows this. Come on, we've just had this. Come on now, guys. Come on. You will be cheese experts after this. Not that you wanted to be in first place. That's right, it is curds. And whey is the liquidy part. Oh, it's still close between these guys. These could come second, but they can't win. Oh no, hang on, they can. Moving on to question 9. Penultimate question. This kind of cheese has a strong flavour and odour. I did think this would be more of a cheese quiz about cheeses, not just... It's very basic. Semi-soft. Okay. Oh yeah, obviously soft cheese is like your cottage cheese and spreads, isn't it? I do love a good semi-soft cheese. I've got one in the fridge at the moment that's kind of. Oh, Julie will be able to tell you what it is. I can't remember, but it's stronger than a brie, but it's not quite a master type strength. But it's very nice. It's very squidgy. Oh, it's so squidgy. Oh, right, okay. So, Team Dog, you can't move from there. These two, look how close it is. It could be anybody's game. Moving on to the last question. Cheese products are different from true cheese in two ways. Oh Christ. Moisture, taste, fat content, and smell. I think I know which one it's going to be, or which two it's going to be. So there's two ways. Remember, there's two answers. You have to press both, I think. That's what I'd have gone for. So moisture and fat content. Let's have a look who won. So in third place, Team Dog. Well done. In second place, Team Woodchuck. Well done. So that means the winners are Team Fawn. That is the weirdest looking fawn I've ever seen. And I hope never to see it again. So there we go. That was the cheese quiz of cheese. Let's have a look what we've missed in the comments. Where are we? Here we go. I told you I'd come up with an amusing nickname. Yes, indeed you did, James. Indeed you did. I'm baking pies, says Matt. Tomorrow it's meat pies in a streetwise for lunch. Oh, that's very good. Although now you just reminded me that I've got a pie in the fridge. Why is there a big play button on my screen? Am I back now? Where was that? What was I saying? Oh yeah, I had a Scottish pie that's like basically like a little packet pastry packet with minced meat in it that I got the other day, and I had one of them and I left the other one in the fridge, and it'll not be any good anymore. So that's sad, isn't it? When did we go to Morrison's? What day is it? I don't know. This past 2 weeks has just blown my mind. I've only worked one day in past 2 weeks, and that was just a random Wednesday, last Wednesday. So it weren't that random. It weren't that I just turned up. Udgy says I don't understand the question. I don't understand what question you're on about. Adam says the time to guess randomly is upon us. Udgy says it makes no sense. Barry says all I know about cheese is you get it on pizza. Yes. That is the most important fact about cheese. That's all you need to know about cheese, unless you've got some nice French bread, in which case you need to know everything about cheese. Udgy says, what the fudge? I don't know. I wish we had fudge. Matt says, how come people pass away but not curds? I mean, it's a good joke, but I don't know whether I can bring myself to laugh. Barry says, I thought cheese came from your knob. I wouldn't eat that, Barry. I wouldn't eat that. Oh, because you don't see anyone. Says, I'm currently munching on some Cathedral City. Well, that's very, very nice, James. Very nice. I do like a bit of Cathedral City. A Baz classic again. Matt says, I would never drink milk from Murdoch's Burger Bar. You would never drink milk from Murdoch's Burger Bar. Okay. Oh, is that an A-Team reference, Matt? You're getting it's a bit late in the night for me to grasp these pop culture references that you're making there. Adam says, yes, the 4 cheeses, there are only 4, right? Well, obviously, yeah, exactly. I mean, you have a 4-cheese pizza. If there was more than 4 cheeses, you'd have however many cheeses there are pizza, wouldn't you? I agree with you there, Adam, that processed cheese doesn't taste as good as normal cheese. Maybe they were just pointing out it has a taste. James, well, that was fun. I mean, fun. That were 8 cheesy, says Dick. Stephen S. Paul, yes, 4 cheeses and 2 sexes. Johnny Crook is here on the old Facebooks, and I extend out our welcome to Johnny, and I hope he extends back to us his acceptance of welcome. I hope you're doing well, Johnny, and thank you for joining on Facebook. One thing I have to say about the Facebook thing, I pay a certain amount per month for StreamYard, and one of the advantages it means I can stream on YouTube and Facebook, and I think maybe even Instagram and Twitch. I'm not sure about those, but I was beginning to wonder whether it were worthwhile streaming on Facebook. But it's been utilised twice today, so that's validated my past 6 months worth of paying for it. Simone says, I know about eating cheese, not much after that. Well, that's all you need to know, because from eating cheese you will gather knowledge about cheese and its constituent parts. We should do a video, Udge, where we go around in May. We should do a video of there's so many things we could do in France that might not be interesting at all. You need to pass your driving test by May, and I'll go on bike and you take car. Who cut the cheese, says Dave Smith. There we go. That's an old one from back in the school days. What's Udge saying here? For one of them, I struggled to understand what the questions were asking and what the answers had to do with the questions. Matt says, I'm not religious, so I don't know much about Jesus. Oh, Pingu. Where's General Cheeseburger? Rob says, don't forget to hit the like button, even if you're just dropping by, or indeed if you didn't like it. Because if you didn't like it, that's the sort of thing where you hit the like button, you definitely make sure you subscribe, you leave a comment saying this is crap, but I hit like anyway, and then you share it with your friends and enemies. That's exactly what you should be doing. And if you feel so, and I'm not going to mention this all the time, because quite frankly, I feel a bit self-conscious about talking about it. But if you feel that you want to show any sort of monetary appreciation, which I don't expect anybody to do, but there is the option there. Just in the description on any of my videos on YouTube now, I've started putting the Buy Me a Coffee link, and you can just donate. I think £5 is the minimum, so I think I've set it up to be a £5 chunk, and it's like called the pizza or something. But there's also, I've set up like a membership thing, so there's 2 for, is it 2, 4, 7 and 10, I think, pounds a month, and the £10 one's the Norman Butler's Engine Jam one, which I'll start adding perks to at some point. The other 3, I'm not sure what to add into yet. So yeah, have a look at them if you're interested. I'm not expecting anything, but I just thought I'd mention it just so people are aware that they're there. Because if anybody's like me, I never read descriptions in videos unless I start watching the video and I'm not entirely certain what the hell it's about, and I have to look in the description to see what it is. Thank you. This has been an advert from Smashing Pistons about their thing, and now for some other advert.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you like Tizer?
Yes. Do you like Tizer?
Yes, I like Tizer. Would you like some Tizer?
No.
Oh.
Tizer.
For those people that like Tizer, and for those that don't like Tizer.
There you go. I'm sure you'll all agree that was the world's greatest love story condensed into 42 seconds. 42 seconds of pure love. That's what my nickname is. Where are we? Oh my goodness gracious me. Where have all these comments come from? Where's Rob's gone? Oh, it's disappeared. Oh God, where are we going now? Come on, comments. Here we go. Right, we're back. Pingu says, Sir Rob of Beards and Baggers Land is a cheesy expert. He is. He loves cheese. I don't blame him. Barry says, whoever wrote that quiz had a lot of time on their hands. They did, but didn't use it wisely, did they? They didn't use it wisely. A cryptic A-Team reference, exactly. 4 tops, 4 seasons, 4 cheeses. Boom! Jesus, that was a quiz and a half. Exactly, Adam. Ain't getting on that plane, fool. For England, says Matt. Udge says, ghost cheese should always be one of the 4 cheeses, otherwise it's just silly. Now, that is a good question, and I think it's something that would be debated by quite a few people. I don't think everybody's really into goat's cheese, which is a shame because it's quite a good cheese, really. It's got a strong taste, and it's not too bad for you. Although it's not very melty, so it's got quite a high water content, hasn't it? So when you put it on cheese, it doesn't really. You don't get that caramelization on it. You just get a bit of a puddle of cheese. Matt says he normally watches on Facebook and YouTube. Well, thank you, Matt. That half validates me paying for it, I suppose. Camel cheese. Is that a thing? Camel milk cheese? Adam says, what's Facebook? Well, Adam is a couple of decades behind us, I think. Dave Smith says it's camel cheese from a camel toe. We do not want to know. Oh, Simone's put a big message. Let's have a look. There was a young man from Wales who lived on a diet of snails. When he ran out of these, he lived on the cheese that he'd scratched from his place with his nails. Well done, Simone. What do you call a sheep tied to a lamppost in Cardiff? A Welshman's gym. Everything Cars is here, and he says, hey, everyone. Hi, hope you're doing well, and welcome. Do you have a... Pinku, do you have a buy me a Streetwise option? I don't, unfortunately. But as soon as the funds are available, I'll let you know. I can tell it's Tizer when my eyes are shut. You mean when you're drinking it, or because it is a very distinctive flavour? Because you don't see anymore, Mr. James. Buy me a Baby Bell. Cheesy peas. If you like cheese and you like peas, then you'll love cheesy peas. It's my go-to cheese. Oh dear. Matt says, yes, Pinga, he needs to buy himself a Streetwise. He needs to buy him a Streetwise option. You can just donate. If someone wants to donate me some money to buy a Streetwise, I'll buy a Streetwise. I prefer cranberries in my cheese rather than goats. Udge is fed up of saying goat's cheese because anytime Udge says goat's cheese, I pretend that she said ghost cheese. It's very funny. It's very funny for me anyway. Don't know about for Udge. Skik says most cars that are over 20 years old, low mileage and are in great condition is what I will look for. I mean, that's the ideal thing, isn't it? To me, it's because I remember, back when I were a lad, about between 5 and 7 years ago, talking to my dad saying 90s stuff is going to be the big thing that's coming round. And then if you start looking just ahead of the curve, just getting in while the prices are low, and then hopefully riding it out until they're higher again. So I reckon everything that gets to around that sort of year, if you start buying them just before, you should see a bit of an increase. My problem is I buy things and then I change stuff on them so they're not original anymore, and then people aren't that interested because they're not original. So at least with Henny, the only things I've changed that aren't original are the wheels, and they weren't original to start with. So if I ever do sell her, I'll buy another set of Rover 75 wheels and stick them on. Or not. With Margaret, I've painted the wheels and the deck finishes and the filler caps around. So it's not like I've changed. It's just a different colour, really. And I'm sure they did gunmetal grey wheels on LE500 ones. There's a cheap one going in Derbyshire, says Pingu. There was a Streetwise advertised that were literally 10 minutes from me for £1. I assume they didn't want £1 for it. But yeah, until Margaret's found pastures new and Jenny's finished, I need to be sensible. What Barry says here, over 20 with low mileage is what every normal guy wants. That was a slogan for Tizer in the 80s, was it, Matt? Hang on, let me rewind, let me find what it was. I can tell it's Tizer with my eyes shut, when my eyes are shut. Okay. I don't even remember that. Maybe that's something I need to find. Who needs a roof tent? I don't need a roof tent. I haven't got anywhere to put a roof tent, although I would have a roof tent. Pinku. Luckily, I've already bought half the remaining stock of 90s cars. That is a very good point, Adam. This is why I don't sell cars. Absolute freedom to do whatever I want. I did see, now we're talking about people doing whatever they want. And this might interest you, Rob. I don't know whether you saw it. There's someone selling a BRM that they've put a turbo on. I think they want in less than $3,000 for it. And I'm like, that's insane, because even if it needs a bit of tidying up, as long as the engine's fine, less than $3,000 for a turbo BRM is it? Oh, that's the dream right there, because that's kind of what I'm planning with a project. So, And then Adam says, also, I don't have enough cars to warrant selling any. Well, what you need to do, Adam, you need to buy an MG TF in trophy blue. I know someone who's selling one at a very reasonable price. I figured I'm going to advertise Margaret, but if the person that's interested is someone I know, then I'm going to do them a bit of a deal, because I'd rather her stay in the community kind of thing. I don't know why. There's no logic. It's just I want someone who's interested in cars to buy, and not someone that just wants some soft two-seater to rag around it. Which is a question for Rob. I don't know whether Rob's still here, but has he heard anything else about the TF he sold and that guy were looking to fix it up after he tried to amalgamate it with a tree? Pingu points out that Pingu's bought half the 90s cars and Rob has the rest of them. Which is another thing, because Rob has, from one of his videos, has purchased another ZT, a 1.8 turbo, which, if it was a Tourer, would be fantastic. My dad keeps saying how he likes ZTs, and I don't think he's ever going to buy one, though. James says there's one for sale in Huddersfield. Is that a Streetwise you talk about there, James? Fire from the makers of. In fact, we should put fire on, shouldn't we? Where is it? I don't know which one it is. I've got. Yeah, we'll put fire on.
Fire, for when you're tired of not having fire.
There you go. Fire. Back to the chatties. Let's have a look. Where are we going? Here we go. Matt says, "Oh, that's a shame. Well, if someone wants to donate a roof tent, I'll take it, so it's not going to waste." Rob says that BRM has been on the market for over a year. Putting the turbo on reduces the value. Now, I would say you're probably quite right there, but to me, that increases the value. So I seem to be outside the main criteria for car people. I seem to be left field. People seem to want original straight stuff, and that's fine, but I'm only going to want to change it anyway. So to me, I'm quite happy to go look at some of the other people probably shouldn't shy away from, maybe. So I'd quite like that Turbird BRM. You can always unturbo it. I mean, there's plenty of stuff to do to stuff that you can undo to stuff as well. Like my dad's MGB. Let me take that comment off. Like my dad's MGB, he's put the bumper delete on it, but he's done it in such a way that if he wants to, he can take the bumpers off and put it back to the plastic, the rubber bumpers in a day or two. So it's not that bad a thing. Skick says a Focus ST or a Type R are going to be good investment, but it's finding a good one. That is true. I quite, if the interiors were different, I quite like them. Was it ST170s, the Focus? Are they Mark 1s? But it's just the dashboards are all slopey and look like a kindergarten person's made it. Pingu says, I know of a Ickle Streetwise that is available for a 0% deposit and 0.2 pence on the monthly until 2026 year of the soup. I can't even remember what your other Streetwise is, Pingu. I think you got a 1.6 and then a 1.4. Honestly, as soon as I've got a bit of money, I'll snap that other one up off you, and I want to slam it to the floor, put straights on it, a spoiler, take all the insides out, pretty much. You remember that rally spec Streetwise that Mustard had in his yard? I want to recreate that, basically. Udja just says, before you consider buying it, we don't have $3,000. Well, I know. Tell me about it. Rob says the TF is fixed apparently, but I haven't seen it in the flesh. Well, that didn't take long, so it can't have been that much. I assume from that it was just body panels and then subframe were fine. I like Adam's way of thinking there. If more power means a lower price, how much more power would it need to be free? There we go. 1,000 brake horsepower and with a laser. Oh, Julie wants everyday tissues. Right, hang on then.
Asda, everyday tissues. For when you need a tissue, every day.
Joe says, yes, a blue Streetwise. Oh, I've seen that one. Enrico's. There was a... it had a strategically placed sticker on one of the... Now, was it the door or the wing? I can't remember. I think it might have been the door, covering up a big patch of rust when I saw it. Honestly, Pingu, I will grab your Streetwise as soon as I've got funds and space. Oh, comments have just shot right back up again. Right, let me find it where we are. Ivor Howard is here. Greetings, Ivor. Hope you're doing well. And Robocop also hopes you are doing fine. And he says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, and welcome to 2024, the year of the Streetwise, where you are compelled to buy Streetwise, even if it's not for yourself. Even if you have a Streetwise or you don't really want a Streetwise, you have to buy one for friends. Matt says, I went to view a car in the flesh once and got charged for public nudity. And then Matt gets in there before Rob does with the pervert thing. Sorry, I saw a tissue. Stephen S. Paul says, roughly 90% of the cars we buy are nice cars, while the rest are junk. The majority of the cars are bought with the boss's money. However, I buy lots of cars from him. It sounds like you've got a good deal there. Streetwise to Simon is X-Power Grey 3-door 1.44 seater with a special ECU. Or Pingu, just keep hold of it for me. I promise I will have it off you, because I think the R3's fast becoming my favourite platform. Yeah, it's just a nice size. They're not too small, not too big. There's plenty of parts around. They don't look bad. Yes, there you go, Judge. Pingu's got me a car. What are we looking at here? I don't need money for it. Just want it to be used by a famous YouTuber. Well, we'll arrange something in that case, Pingu. We'll arrange something. As soon as I've got a bit of space, we'll arrange a dealing, and some way we can get it up. From Dan Saf. What is it? Oh, like an Android. Is it because of that ring light? Oh, yeah, look. That's weird, isn't it? I'll definitely get looked after, Pingu. Right then, moving on to quiz 2. Even though we've only supposedly got 3 minutes left, let's have another quiz, and then I'll bugger off after that. So, where's my library? Favourites. So we had classic rock albums, or who said that? Let's go for classic rock album covers. Oh my god! I'm not know whether it's going to be difficult or not, and we'll go for single players as well this time. Classic mode. Come on then, let's get sharing this screen so you can see what bloody hell I'm talking about. Rob will get this one. Rob's a big muso. He don't like to let on, but Rob is the kind of person that has a King Crimson album, and that's the kind of person you want to be associated with. I'm going to let you all join while I go and get another drink, because this one's empty. So bear with yourself and me while I break the wall by opening this door, if that makes sense. Look, behind the scenes. I'm back. Ugh. How many people we got on there? 7. We'll give it until this bit up here gets to 1 hour 4 minutes. I've got some crackers. Stephen S. Paul says, Rob is an enigma. Clever fella. Really had me fooled with his Ernest Pickle skit. I actually thought he was Ernest Pickle. Making crackers will take ages. Can't you just use Jacobs? I could do, but Jacobs will be annoyed, won't he? Ooh, 10 people. That's one more than before. These glasses are doing me head in. Right then. I'm starting. Here we go. Can't even remember what quiz we've picked. Classic rock album covers. That's what we've picked. Question 1. Which album cover is this? I think they're all going to be, which album cover is this? So. Oh my days. This is the worst. I hope this quiz isn't as badly created as the cheese one. It is Appetite for Destruction. Again, because it says it. Right then, question duh. Bonus question number 2. Oh dear. What album covers that? I assume is the question. I might listen to that tomorrow while I'm working. So we've got Making Bacon first, Phil McCracken second, E. Pickwell third, Pooh fourth, Mr. A. Pratt fifth. Moving on to question 3. Oh Christ, I don't know that one. No, I do know that one. Looking at the answers, I do know that one. What was the other option? Lily. Must be an Eric Clapton or Cream album, that one. I'll give you a sense of my musical knowledge. When I'm at band practice, Rob and Pete know a lot more about various albums than I do. And they can talk for hours about specific albums and specific tracks. And one of them will mention a musician and they'll be like, oh yeah, so-and-so, so-and-so. And they'll bang on. And I have no idea what they're on about. I'm just there to make noise and play. Question 4. I was going to say some people really need to work these quizzes out by putting the answers in the picture, but most of you got that wrong. Moving on to question 5. Oh, come on. In the Court of the Crimson King is a fantastic album. It's got 20th century schizoid man on it, 21st century schizoid man on it. Amazing track. Yeah, prog rock at its finest. Talking Crimson. My dad used to be a mobile disc jockey, and thus he's got like loads of singles and stuff. But he's also obviously quite a big muso at the time, so he's got loads of prog rock LPs and stuff, and that were one of them. I've listened to the Deep Purple in rock one as well. What was the other one? He's got a Pink Floyd one that's got a song about a bicycle on it. But they're all really like nowadays. They're not. A lot of them that he's got on the like the popular albums, but there's some really cool stuff on them. Okay, now the baby round is over. Time for the hard questions. Which album cover is it? This is in random, by the way, so they're not necessarily in the right order. And that's not hard, is it? I thought everybody would get that. Well done, Banana. You're making it onto the top 5. This quiz should just be called "Can you read album covers?" There we go. Question 7. Oh, classic. Love this album. Unpopular opinion. Don't like much else. Led Zeppelin 4. I think classic rock's on it isn't a thing that's known by a lot of people. Maybe I've alienated a few viewers because I know my demographics, dear viewer, are quite split. I mean, a lot of these are before my time, and I'm 7. So if my demographic is more sort of 25 to 35, there's not going to be that many people that have had experience or touch points with these albums. Master of Puppets. Yeah, I wish you were here, Pink Floyd. Another unpopular opinion is I don't really like Pink Floyd. See, that was an unfair one because I wasn't sure whether Andy Warhol was the creator or the album name. Because I know Velvet Underground had something to do with him. But Pooh made a Pooh is rising up. Oh, everybody's got to know this one. What a brilliant album. In my opinion, the best one. Ooh. Again, they've used a picture that has a bloody title on it. Idiots. I assume that's the one that's got Don't Fear the Reaper on it. We're about halfway. So, in first place up to now, we've got Phil McCracken. Second place, we've got E. Pickwell. In third place, we've got Pooh. Fourth place, we've got Making Bacon. And in fifth place, we've got Banana. I hope Banana carries on up the leaderboard. Okay, I didn't get that at all from that. What's it even say there? Oh, Fragile by Yes. Okay. I apologise. This quiz is quite pants. I need to start doing my own again so I can do them properly. Dark Side of the Moog. It is Dark Side of the Moon. Dark Side of the Moog is a play on the fact that there's a synthesizer company called Moog that was quite big around that time. I had a Moog. I didn't have an actual Moog. I had a synthesizer that was... let me try and think how to describe it. It was like a Moog circuit design that was produced by Realistic, which was the music side of Tandy's, if you remember Tandy. Yeah, so it was like a Moog design, but made cheaper. And I sold it. I know it's worth a fortune. I also had a Korg monophonic synth that I sold, and that's worth a fortune. What album cover is this? Even I don't know that one. Never even heard of that. Apparently it's Exile on Main Street. Look at Pooh rising up through the ranks there. Banana's still fifth though. Keep believing. Oh, it's got to be Quadrophenia, surely. Oh, it says at top. Bloody hell. This quiz is rubbish. Oh, God, we're going to run into Boaty's time. Oh, now then. This is a good question. I can't remember which one it is. I'm going to say, are you experienced? Oh, Electric Ladyland. Both very, very good albums. I told Jimi Hendrix. I used to know a guy that could play guitar just like Jimi Hendrix. His sound was spot on, his style was spot on. But ask him to play anything different, couldn't do it. Everything he did sounded like Jimi Hendrix. I have more than a feeling that you're going to get this next one right. the person that wrote this obviously likes Metallica. So they can put Metallica album references in. Moving on to question 20. Oh, he's got his Frankenstein guitar there. Van Halen, another classic band. Simon, they're all classic bands. It's called classic rock album covers. Question 21. It's not the final one. There's one after this. Yeah, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Now we're going to be moving into the final question. I don't think anybody can knock Phil off the top, but second and third could change. Let's see what happens. Last question. Well, it says Blue Oyster Cult at top, so there we go. There we are. The final scores. Let's see what happened there. Banana is 3. Well done, Banana. Pooh is second then. Number 2 for Pooh. And then top spot, Phil McCracken. Well done, Phil. Well done. There we go. Well, that was quite literally a quiz. Again, a bit pants because half the answers were on the Dewberry What's It from there. So let's have a look. Let's see if we've missed any exciting comments there. Mark says Rob's Baldy newsreader is ace. That's old bald cannoli. This one time at band practice, exactly. Surely you need to be mobile to be a disc jockey. Probably it's hard to ride discs. So I didn't realise I was outside of your main demographic. Well, a lot of people are. Adam says my ability to get these right has increased since I started reading them. Oh, Dick said he had an actual mini Moog. Very good. The thing that annoyed me with them, and it's a modern musician spoilt thing, is that you can save everything as a preset nowadays. That was like dial your thing in and that's it. If you want to remember what you did, you've got to write all them switches and volume and pot positions down. Or just take a picture and then spend 5 minutes twiddling anything and back again. Ujij was a banana. I don't know any musical knowledge. I have dishonoured myself. Not really, Pingu. Skik says, do you use E10 in your car, Simon? In the Civic, yeah. In Margaret, no. And in Henny, no, because it's diesel. Yeah, terrible. The terrible all presets and stuff. Well, thank you very much, guys. You've got nine glorious minutes. 9 glorious minutes. To prepare yourself for Boaty's stream. I'm sure Boaty's doing a stream at 10. Does he not do them on Tuesdays? Does he do them on Tuesdays? I don't know. If he is doing one, you've got 9 minutes to adorn yourself in preparation. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's been grand as always. Next week we should be back to Monday. Yesterday just ran away with me. I just got too involved in stuff happening and doing, and then my parents came round for dinner, and it went bonkers. So yeah, next Monday we should be back to normal. So Oh, excuse me. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to, oh dear, excuse me again, to click like, share with your friends, share you with your enemies. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because believe it or not, it really does help people that subscribe. It kind of seems to promote things faster. And if I can get to 1,000, if I can get to 1,000 subs before my birthday, which is the end of March, I'll be very happy. I'm not counting on it, but there we go. So yeah, as I say, thanks for joining, and I shall play you out with this little outro.